A few words about Haxe Foundation. We get some questions about Haxe Foundation, about the way we work, and it's true we are very busy, so you don't have so much time to communicate about it. So I wanted to present also what we do at Haxe Foundation. So first, who is Haxe Foundation exactly? Simon Kravetsky, he's the main. Thank you to him. Every day I thank to him. He maintains the Haxe compiler. He's the one responsible for most of the bugs that gets introduced and fixed. And yeah, he's doing a really great job at maintaining the compiler and all these things that need to be done. Jason O'Neill is not here today. He's not worked with us on the different web projects that we'll talk about soon. This is an encoding program, So the code page it's not detecting it's actually UTF-8, okay? The compiler team, it was not intended. Hugh, Koe, Bruno, Franco, and all the people that contribute to the compiler that help us, it's also full, /me, which is kind of manage the whole mess. And all the contributors, we have, since we moved to GitHub, we had a really regular contributors that now have commit rights to the repository. It really helps on some specific areas that we're a bit outside of the things we care. So they can really help on specific things. And in particular, for instance, Dan is doing a lot of code check on the abstracts and things like that. And Andy has been really, really helping us to, we have all the compiler and unit tests running on Travis, which is a very good read for us because when we introduce the regression, the unit tests we write are actually run, which is a good news. So it's very nice thing. Right now we have improved a lot of unit test framework. We have also testing for several popular libraries to prevent them from being broken, such as OpenFL. I think we have Xpunk and different things, Xfixel. Well, what are we doing? We maintain Haxe compiler, which is a hard everyday work. Just to give you an idea, we maintain also the standard library and Xlib occasionally. This is a commit history on GitHub for the Haxe compiler and the standard library. So you see, this is my early days of Haxe. Here, I think up to there, I'm almost alone, and mostly. And then you can see like the start of Simon and Haxe Foundation just helping there. So that's really, you can see the activity is really growing. I think the little holes is when Simon is working on the X manual, which is a separate project. We have a lot of unit tests for the cross-platform. We are handling around 100 issues per month, which is a lot. We have get support. We give support for Haxe Foundation partners. We make sure things get resolved. For instance, there was disagreement between OpenFL and NME about what kind of organizations they have as different separate projects. So we kind of step in and say, okay, get together and talk together to reach an agreement. And it works, so we're happy with that. And we provide documentation, or at least that's what we're supposed to do. Well, on this area, actually, we have something new to show you. I just need to boot my computer. And hopefully it will work. I need to connect on ESSH. Restart Apache. And then, if everything works right, which I hope it does, you will have the new exploit.org website. Okay, here it is. We work a lot of time on this. I hope you will like it and send out a lot of feature requests. So basically, just nice new look. You have a full documentation with a great manual about the whole language in quite details about type system. You have even variants article. We have like a use cases about explaining exactly because there's a lot of different people are using Axe for different things. So we have community events, I think WWX. We have Axe Foundation things and a lot of. We use Axe with a lot of nice logos, etc. So it's launched today. So in case you want to have old content, there is old.x.org that you can reach, but it's gone as a WhatsApp. So the first thing we wanted to do with the new website is to kind of explain Axe in a different manner. Axe is a cool language. I know you all like it, and we like it too, but you don't market a language as being cool. That doesn't work out. You first need to make a point of your language and to say people you can use it for that, and then people will try it and find it cool and stay with us. Okay? So the idea is to have Axe being the cross-platform toolkit, which is the best language out there to make cross-platform things. To either write cross-platform or to use it as a base to write cross-platform applications. So we have a few complete Axe manual, which is detail all the language, complete language reference, advanced and technical information. So it's a bit different target audience. In the first version, we are trying to be as much somehow casual as possible, bring people to Axe that can with tutorials and things like this. We don't have much tutorials on the new website. We will add some of them, of course, but we think that in general, in tutorials, you want to introduce an API, you want to introduce a workflow, and there are so many different APIs and workflow in Axe, depending on what you want to do with it, that we can't cover it all. So we feel it's somehow the responsibility of the libraries to provide this kind of thing, being OpenFL or Xflexer or whatever. I mean, UFront, or depending on the usage you want to do it, you want to encourage people to have specific, instructions for this specific usage. And if there's no, we will provide them, of course. But we want on the X website, we want to provide technical information for people to write these kind of things, these kind of libraries that will bring new users to Axe, that will somehow enable people to write quite complex code. We want to document the whole things about native interaction between the platforms, about the way to interoperate between the native platforms, about ways to write efficient cross-platform code and libraries. So this is kind of things we are talking. It's more technical, less casual, but still provides documentation for everybody. More things to come. So, well, how to write cross-platform code in an efficient manner. What are the tips and tricks you should know? How to native, it's not yet there. We have all the basic documentation, but the more technical things are still missing. Non-direct interaction with the platform, so how, because you need complete documentation for each platform, which is a bit harder to get done. So how to kind of interoperate with the native platforms, write bindings in C++ or Nico, or write interoperate with the Java, how to deal with the garbage collector and everything. So we want to have this documentation done this way. Hugh will not spend his time answering on the mail list about garbage collection issue, etc. We want also use case to have people entry point. So I want to write game with Axe. What do I use? Because of course you can write game with Axe by using only Axe, but that's the fastest way to go. So you have different kind of framework that you can use for that, Flamby or OpenFL, and etc. So we want to provide pointers for people to go and to see, so they can compare and then can choose by themselves depending on their things. We are trying to be quite neutral in that manner, of course. Well, we will not list all the games frameworks because it will take years, but we will at least promote the most popular ones and the ones that really make sense that have documentation, that have, if possible, that have well, things that well. And success stories, of course, it's kind of things. Okay, this is written in Axe is important. There is more and more things being written in Axe. A lot of them go under the radar and they're not publicized at all. So we want to kind of change that and kind of promote different usage of Axe and say, okay, we have this success story, we have this thing that people have been working very seriously on it. It's a way to promote Axe into the companies too, because they need success stories to get started. It's kind of, I don't want to be the first somehow. So and contribute. So we have contribute pay. It's the whole content is on GitHub, so you can send pull requests for typos, for anything that you think it's. Please don't change the whole thing. Just contribute bits so we can. It's like a patch. It has to be readable, and you can merge it if you feel it's nice. So that's all for the website. I just take a look at it after, not during the conference, but afterwards, and tell us what you think about it. We want to hear from your feedback. Other Axe Foundation's activities we are doing, we are sponsoring different projects. If we feel that when we do develop, we take a lot of time developing the compiler and things, but sometimes we feel that they need some tools to really improve the Axe as a whole. And if we feel that this can really increase either the quality of life of X users or increase the number of X users in some ways, we are sponsoring some things. So we will be sponsoring, for instance, IDE, which is X IDE. Actually, it's been split in 2 different projects, so we are not sure where it goes, but at least we are helping it. And they have some versions which have been released already, so you can give it a try and provide feedback. We will be sponsoring a new X Live website, which is it's a bit old and ugly. So we'll use a new chart and a lot of more statistics and a way for us to put forward the popular libraries and have a way for people to, for instance, tag the libraries depending on the platform, to make sure that specific library is supported on this platform. So we want to do that. One of the things we want to promote is, so this is a work that Jason will work on. We want to have some kind of default X framework for a web framework for Axe, because we have really nice tools for the web. We have like the Spod, which is records and macro-based records, which is pretty powerful. And we have a lot of different things being done. We have at least 2 nice template libraries, and well, we want to somehow have this being really usable from scratch, because there are just different tools at the moment. So UFront will be like this kind of thing that you need them together, and that's kind of able to proc things. It was at first a project run by Franco, and I think Jason is taking over and doing. Writing documentation, doing the gory details, writing documentation and tutorials and things like this. So we want to have this also be released this year if possible. We are sponsoring this event, and I would like to thank you, the whole team, for organizing it. And basically anything that helps Axe, anything that we feel that, so if you have some project that you think we should be sponsoring, just reach for us. We are also organizing things and promoting. We want to promote more user groups. I think there is a few of them already running. We want to have them listed on the website and become kind of official so people can reach them more easily. Services, if you're providing services for Axe, being like teaching or consulting or anything, we want to, when we have enough of them, we will list them on the Axe website as well, so people can, if they need someone in San Francisco they can hire to explain them what they can do with Axe. That's good. That's good for us. That's good for everybody. And jobs, if you are recruitments. I think the kind of amount of jobs in specific to Axe is still a bit limited. because in general people use different technologies. But I think it's also good to have something like this, and success stories, of course. And if everything else you can think could help Haxe grow and become more mainstream, welcome to here. Thank you. And don't forget the Haxe motto, there's a macro for that. Thank you.